From the beat, you already know what it is. It's story time, so it's time to gather round, kids. Whether good or bad, it's always teaching us a lesson. So thanks for tuning in to another lit session. I've never been that scared in my whole entire life. So I'm like, okay, I need to call the police because he was just standing there. He would not move. And then I was kind of scared because I don't know, what if he has a gun? What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Shanelle Janai. And today I'm going to do my very first story time. And as you can see from the description of the video or the title of the video, it's a scary one. But before we get into that video, please, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up if you like it. So this was back in, I honestly can't even remember the exact date anymore because I was so traumatized. I know it was still cold outside, so maybe it was like February or March. Yeah, let's say it was like February or so. I'm in my bed for the night. I want to say that it was about midnight or 1 a.m. And in the wintertime, just a little sidebar, in the wintertime, it's extremely hot. Like, we have that project heat. Because I can't control the air and I can't control the heat. So in the wintertime, it's always really, really hot. They blaze the heat. So that meant that I always keep my windows open. That way I could get me a little breeze. And I also have these bars on my windows, as you can see. So I didn't think, that anything would ever happen because they can't get through this. And the reason I even have these bars is because last year in the summertime, my apartment was broken into. And I live in a good area, y'all. It's not even a bad area. I was shocked by that. But anyway, I'm in the bed, laying on my back, cruising in my phone, just browsing the internet. I'm on YouTube. I'm watching people's Snapchat videos. I'm on Instagram. And then, and another sidebar. This area that you see behind me is not a place where people should be walking. There's a sign that says no walking back there. Basically, the back of my apartment is this way. The front of my apartment is this way towards the street. So some people have garages. Have paid for garages so they could park their car in the back of the apartments. So if you park your car back there, that's how you get out. This is the out way. So there always will be a car driving past this way to go out. There should never be anybody walking back here. So I'm laying down in my bed on my phone, and all of a sudden I see something move. I see a motion from the corner of my eye, and I'm right by my window. Let me show y'all where my bed is. Right there. Window right here. The window is literally right there. I'm like right next to the window. So I'm like hoping that maybe it's just a tree, the trees swaying, because sometimes the shadow of the trees will look like it's somebody moving. So I ignored it the first time. I'm still on my phone. Then I see something move again. It's like black because it's pitch black back here. At the time, they had no lighting back here, in which they should. So then I got a little scared because when I looked up, I didn't see anything again. So I'm still on my phone. I'm scared to get up out the bed because I don't want to be scared when I put my face to the window. And I don't know, like, you ever just been scared of the unknown? Like, you don't really, like, you want to know what it is, but you don't. So, and plus I wasn't fully dressed. Like I said, it's really hot in the winter in my apartment. So I had on like maybe a t-shirt, but I didn't have on any shorts or anything like that. So I didn't want to get out my bed if there was somebody at the window for them to see me. I was laying in the bed, I had like a sheet on me. So anyway, I see something move again, all black. Somebody had on black, and they were basically looking in the window, and then maybe once they felt like I was looking, they would go back. Like, they would stand against the wall like this, and I wouldn't be able to see them, but I knew it was somebody there because they were breathing hard. So they were leaning against my apartment right here, but I saw this. Like they're breathing, somebody breathing. So I was nervous. I was so scared, and I was just praying like, please let it be somebody that I know. That would be a sick joke, but I'd rather it be a sick joke. Now I'm staring at the window, but I'm silent. I'm quiet. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I'm just laying there, and I had my phone in my hand, and I'm like frozen. So then he slips up, and he peeks through this window right here while I'm looking. And I literally see somebody. I don't even know what his nationality is. I don't know how his hair was. I couldn't barely see anything, but I know that I saw a person in the window looking through the window. So he looking in there at me, and I'm looking from the bed, nervous, but like looking at him like that, and he's not moving. So then I turn my head to make it known that I'm looking at you, and he kept looking, and he would not move. He wouldn't leave. So I'm having all these crazy thoughts. I was scared to get out of my bed. I have bars here, so I knew that he couldn't get through this window, but I don't have bars on every single window in my apartment because I feel like that's a fire hazard. Like, I would never want to be trapped in my house and there's a fire that happens to be by the entrance, the door, my only door, and I can't get out of a window. I'm on the first floor. That's why I don't have bars on every single window. So I was just really scared to get out of my bedroom and go into the rest of my apartment because I didn't know what to expect out there. I was just so scared. I've never been that scared in my whole entire life. So I'm like, okay, I need to call the police because he was just standing and he would not move. And then I was kind of scared because I don't know, what if he has a gun or not? I was thinking everything. And I'm like, if he hears me calling the police, what if he gets me before the police get here? I was thinking of everything. So I'm shaking, I'm sweating. So then something just came over me and I yelled out. And I can't even tell you the exact words I yelled out because I blacked out. Like, I don't even know what I said, but I started yelling to scare him off. I didn't want him just sitting there and looking at me. So I was just like, something like, if you don't get the F from my window. And it sounds funny when I explain the story to people, but yo, I was so upset that there was somebody there peeking at me. So I just yelled out something. I know I cussed, but I don't know what I said, but it was something like that. Like, if you don't get the F from my window. And I screamed it out so fierce. And I kind of sat up like that and jumped too when I said it. So he stands back up and takes off. He starts running towards the street. So he left. But how do I know he left? You know, what if he went to one of my other windows that don't have this on it? They were closed and locked, but still, I was just I did not want to leave my room. I didn't want to get off of my bed. So then once I didn't see him anymore, that's when I called the police. I dialed 911. My hands were shaking. I couldn't even hold my phone. And so, you know, they answered the phone and I was like, there is somebody at my window. Get here right now. Like, yo, I never had to call the police before for anything, but I'm always hearing like, police never show up on time when you need them to. So I'm like, I need them to not take their time getting here. Like, I'm not trying to die. You see, I hear leaves and I'm already jumping like, who's at the window? So I'm like, get here right now, right now. And so I gave them all that information. They're like, somebody will be there soon. And I'm like, okay. So even waiting for the cops, I was scared to leave my bed. I was scared. I just sat there. I didn't want to get up. Even though I knew the guy was not right here anymore, I could not move. My body was stuck. When the police finally got here, I heard the doorbell, which scared the crap out of me. I get out the bed while my body felt like noodles. Wet, soggy noodles. My legs would not work. They felt like they was going to give out. I couldn't stand up straight. My legs was just shaking so bad. My body, I was shaking. I've never been that scared in my whole entire life, y'all. So then, even when I was putting my pants on, I think I put on like a pair of leggings. My hands was like this, but my legs was like shaking even more. My legs was shaking so bad. So when I was trying to put the pants on, I couldn't even put my leg in the pants. It was just like, it was so bad. So I finally go to the door and the police come. So they do, you know, all their questions, and one cop is inside the house with me, and another cop was out and about by the apartments to check to see if somebody was there. So basically, my uncle is a detective for the town that I live in. That's great. So when the police was here at the house, I asked him if he knew my uncle. He's like, "What's your uncle's name?" So I tell him his name, and he's like, "Oh, that's your uncle? Yeah, I know him. I'll have him come and you know, be the one to check this out for you since that's your uncle." So he called him for me, and yada yada yada, basically. So my uncle comes and he checks out the scene. He goes back here on the outside to look at fingerprints and checks fingerprints and footprints. He was saying that he's seen fingerprints and footprints all over here by where my apartment is, and even by my other windows. That was basically that. I was so scared that I ended up going all the way to my parents' house, which is a different county than what I live in, like a whole maybe 45 minutes away, I'd say, to get there. And it was already like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or close to 3. And I was packing a bag to go to my parents' house, and I had to work early in the morning the next day. I was just so shaky, so shaky. And to this day, we don't know who the guy was. We don't know his intentions, because he could have either been a Peeping Tom and was watching me from the window, just being a pervert or being gross. I don't know. And that worried me, because maybe he's done it before and watched me, maybe more than once. And then I don't know, like maybe he didn't see me right there at first and was trying to scope out the place and was planning on breaking in here, trying to see what he can get out of this apartment. Or the worst case scenario, maybe he was like a killer or a rapist, in which one of my friends was telling me that in the county we live in, that there was a rapist out on the loose that was, you know, attacking young women. So I mean, it could have been any of the three. And I just thank God that I had the bars on these windows, and I thank God that he kept me calm enough to try, just like kind of think and figure out what to do, and like to call the police and not be dumb and call somebody else first, or like when to call the police. I feel like I did everything that I possibly could. He gave me the strength to yell out and scream and scare the guy. But y'all, I was petrified. It still scares me to this day, that whole situation, when I think about it. I'm glad it's over. I haven't had any more incidents since then. It's been a few months now. But yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this story. Leave any comments down below. If y'all have any similar experiences or something like that, let me know. Or like if you would have did something different, let me know. And if you didn't already, give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, I'll be doing plenty of other story times. It's always something going on in my life, I promise you. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll be sure to do some more story times, some more tutorials, even some funny things. I haven't gotten to the comedy side of things yet, but I will. So just stay tuned and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and see you next week.